knee cut, the X pass, the leg drag, and the bullfighter. We are going to cover all those passes and show you how they work together. We're going to start with the knee cut. My starting position is usually hand on the hip, hand on the knee. And we have what we call an X position. So what I refer to as the X is when we have one leg in, one leg out. So one of my partner's leg is between my legs, I have one leg to the outside, or I have one leg to the inside. You can think of it either way. Hand on the hip, elbow and knee connected. My other hand is pushing on my partner's knee. Now there's a lot of downward pressure. I'm putting my weight down and I'm pushing my way through. What I need to focus on is as I start to cut my knee is I want to sit on my heel. The reason I want to sit on my heel is so my partner can't put me in his quarter guard. From here, I shoot for my underhook, I scoop my partner's arm, and I slide my knee across until it clears his legs. From here, I end up in like a scarf position. I can now pull my partner's arm up and turn into side control. Hand on the hip, hand connected or elbow connected to the knee, pushing on his knee. This is my starting position. As I come through, I sit my butt on my heel so he doesn't have much to trap, just my toes are exposed. From here, I need to shoot for my underhook. Sometimes your partner will be tight. He won't give you an underhook, and that's fine. If that happens and you find you can't get the underhook, simply drop your hip to his hip and block his elbow so he can't get an underhook. So I will drop my hips, block his underhook, then I either scoop his arm or hug his arm, and the same thing, I slide my knee through. Now from here, I have two choices. I can turn to my knees and come up to side control. Or if I feel my partner is still facing me, I can hip rewind. So I'll move my hips back and push his legs across so his hips are facing away from me. So it'll look like this. I'd walk my hips back, walk my back, and now my partner's hips are facing away. Now I could turn and settle on this side. One in, one out. Elbow knee connection, post on his knee, sit on the heel. Point your knees down to the mat. Underhook if possible, scoop the arm, slide the knee out. Choose whether you want to roll to your knees or back your hips up, forcing your partner to turn away from you. And then from here, depending again on the situation, either I go to side control or maybe I scoop his arm and I start to come up and work on attacking his back. So that is your basic knee cut pass. The X pass. The X pass and the knee cut are interlinked. Sometimes when I go for my knee cut, maybe my partner pushes on my knee or maybe he puts his reverse De La Riva hook. So let me show you a couple and then we'll get into breaking it down. As I go to knee cut, sometimes he can push on my knee, just like he is right now, or he can put what we call a reverse De La Riva hook. When this hook is in play, it's hard to follow through because you're being blocked. So when I feel either of those resistances, what I would do is balance my hands, pushing down, keeping that same elbow knee connection. Now as I lean into my partner, I donkey kick my leg back, guide his leg past, and walk into a knee ride position. So I go to knee cut, boom, I get blocked, donkey kick, step through, and land in a knee ride position. With the X pass, you don't have to wait for your partner to resist the knee cut. Maybe you're in an open guard, and I attempt almost a knee cut, not quite, so maybe I just get right here, and I feel like his legs, there's a loose connection in the back, so I go direct, one kick, one pass. So you will have to feel what your partner is doing and determine which pass makes the most sense. Let's talk about the leg drag. Partner has feet on the hips. This is usually the starting position for a leg drag. What I need to be concerned about is there pressure? Meaning, is he pushing me back? Sometimes he's not going to push me, so I need to cause that. I need to make that cause and effect. So I usually push into him and where he pushes back. When he pushes back, that's our timing for the leg drag. With the leg drag, just like the name suggests. I want to drag my partner's leg from one side to the other. The second step after I drag the leg is I want to pin his hips. First step is I set my grips. Usually I use either a pistol grip or just a simple pocket grip on the pants and one on the ankle. I force the hips forward, and as he starts to push back into me, that's when I drag the leg across. Now I need to make sure when I drag the leg, that I want to get my bicep in front of his knee. And as I do that, I drive my knee to the mat. From here as well, my partner is still mobile. So what I want to do when I land is I want to flare my foot to the outside. So his knee starts to straighten. Now he's less mobile. My hips and my belly, everything goes down heavy on my partner's hip to keep the pin. To finish the pass, I usually would block the leg, come around to the side, and establish side control. On the pass, my partner might start to turn away, and then I go to the back. So it looks something like this. Leg drag, pin, flare. He starts to turn away. That's good. I block, same as before, get my chest to his back, make my seatbelt, and start to work towards my back take. Grips. Push in, he pushes back, drag, and block. Block with your bicep. Pin, flare the leg. Now, keep my weight heavy. Take my time and wait. Block the leg, come around to the side, pass the side control. If my partner starts to turn away because he wants to maybe Granby and do his inversion to escape, I come around, get my chest to his back, slide into position, and work towards taking his back. If my partner has his feet on my hips, but it's a bit weak, I can maybe push one leg down and get into a position where I still have that one leg in, one leg out. If this foot is still on the hip, not a problem, clear it out of the way. And now you're in the starting position for your knee cut, your X-pass, or your bullfighter pressure pass. So we're gonna talk about the bullfighter pressure pass. With the bullfighter pressure pass, my goal is to get my far shoulder down towards my partner's chest. When I do this, my angle needs to be correct, so I can't be in front of my partner. I never want to start the position or start the pass in front. I want to sort of get 90 degrees. So check it out. Starting position for a knee cut or an X-pass. As I feel the leg is a bit loose, I'll start to sprawl to the outside. As I start to sprawl, that usually allows me to clear his leg, and I keep walking around as I drop my shoulder onto his chest and keep pushing into my partner, causing his hips to turn away. That's because of the control I have on his leg. Because my hand is on top of his leg, I usually start first palm inside the knee, and as I pass around, I'll scoop my hand around so I can push his leg. Not necessarily push his leg, but as my shoulder comes down, my arm straightens, which forces his hips around. So, starting position, sprawl to the outside. Rotate my hand around the knee, start to drop my shoulder, and straighten my arm, which forces him to turn away. And now I can establish a side control position. Same as before, if I do end up here and my partner starts to turn away, I can always set my seatbelt and start to work towards his back. Step to the outside, sprawl, drive the shoulder, walk in, establish your side control position. Set your position, sprawl to the outside, walk around, drive shoulder, force the hips away, turn to side control. That is your bullfighter pass. I'm going to show you some examples of how they go together. Typically, the bullfighter goes with the leg drag. The knee cut goes with the X-pass. Maybe I start with my knee cut. As I go, he blocks me. X-pass. Maybe I go knee cut again, he still blocks me, but I feel like maybe this De La Riva hook, I can't quite get around it. So I sprawl to the outside, straightening his knee. Walk around, drive my shoulder, get the bullfighter. Maybe we start feet on the hips. Maybe he's giving me good pressure, so great. I go into that leg drag. Maybe as I come down, he swings the leg over, and I leg drag to the opposite side. So leg drag, leg drag. As I go to leg drag, he brings the leg over, he blocks, he pulls his leg back in, and now we're kind of in this position where we do have one leg in, right? But notice his leg is still on the outside. This is still a leg drag. Maybe as you notice, as I'm starting to leg drag, he pulls his leg back. Now you see we're back to that 1 in, 1 out. So I come inside, there we are. 1 in, 1 out. So now I can choose. Maybe he's not blocking me. I work my underhook, my knee cut, and I pass. I go to leg drag, but then my partner brings his knee inside. So I can't quite leg drag, he caught me. So then I quickly go, post on the leg, walk to the outside, and pass. This is the leg pummel. If my partner hooks inside my legs, now I'm neither feet on the hips, nor 1 in, 1 out. So I use the leg pummel or the shin circle. So I usually post on my partner's knees, drive my shin down, circle to the inside. Now I'm into that 1 in, 1 out position. Let's check that out again. Boom. As I drive down, right, I circle my leg inside. What I don't want to do is lift my leg, because he'll follow me. I need to get downward pressure. So I push my shin down, and I circle to the inside. Now I'm in this 1 in, 1 out position, where I can either go knee cut, X-pass, bullfighter, and so on. You have your knee cut, your X-pass, your leg drag, and your bullfighter. They all work seamlessly together, and you have to work on combining them when your partner reacts in certain ways. Just like we said, if I can get that 1 in, 1 out position, I can go knee cut, or I can go X-pass, or I can go bullfighter. If his feet go on my hip, I start looking to leg drag when he starts to push into me. There must be some form of back pressure for that to work. If he has both hooks in, that's when we start to shin circle and then work into the same 4 passes.